Hi guys, bonjour mes amis, I'm Booger, welcome aboard. I made some, my neighbor gifted me some strawberries and I made her and my other neighbor some strawberry chocolate bread in the oven. But I've got pears, I'm going to do the same thing with pears in the air fryer. We're going there. You guys ready? Let's go. Chin chin. Got it all done. I'm going to show you a picture of the pears there. I took 3 of those pears. Not a lot, you just need a cup. Okay, you got to wait till they're very ripe, you know, they're soft. Not hard. So there you go. That's my cup of pears. Little dicey. Okay. Like I said, it's got to be the texture of a strawberry. Okay. So that way it doesn't turn into mush or you're not chewing on a hard piece of pear. Okay. So let's mix the dry ingredients first. Sorry if you hear my dishwasher in the background. You know, she's working hard over there. So 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. And I'll type it down below so you guys can just copy and paste it to your Microsoft Word or Notepad, whatever you're using, and print it out if you want to. All right, so let's mix the dry ingredients. 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. Don't omit that. You need that for it to rise, okay? And I could have used my electric mixer, but I like to use this when, I don't know, when it's nostalgic stuff, you know what I mean? Just makes me think of my grandmother, my meme. This is 1/2 teaspoon of also baking soda. So baking powder and baking soda, okay? So I did say 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, right? There's more of that than the baking soda. All right, you said 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It's just table salt. Salt kind of enhances the other flavors, so you need that. It's not going to be salty or anything, okay? Et voilà, du cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And you can use other fruits if you want to. I was thinking what it would be like to put like kiwi in there. I don't know. If somebody tries it out. You do peaches, of course apples, but you know, make it interesting. If you get to try it out with a different kind of fruit, let me know. Or let everybody know. So let everybody in the class know what you did. A cup of sugar, regular sugar. All right, so now we're gonna do the wet ingredients. Make sure that's all whisked together, okay? Oh, my flour is always sifted. You don't want little white balls of flour in there. My grandmother told me, don't you ever do something without sifting your flour. So I do that. All right, so 2 large eggs, okay? There. 1/2 cup of whole milk. And here's a stick of unsalted butter, okay? Which is 1/2 cup. All right, so I'm gonna mix this up and then you are gonna fold in your fruit. Don't be mixing it with nothing, okay? Because you don't want to smush all that hard work you did. So I'm gonna mix this up and then I'll show you what it looks like. And then we're gonna fold this in, okay? So let me do that and I'll be right back. And there you go, look how beautiful that is. All right, so I'm going to use my springform pan, okay, because I'm using my Cadillac air fryer, which is the multi-fried by DeLonghi. So I'm going to put this in there. It fits in there. It's a almost 10-inch pan, and my air fryer is about that size. Now I could use these in the Rapid Crisp. This is for a regular 9x5 bread loaf pan, okay. So you would have to split it in 2 if you're using these. I'll put a link down below. I love these things. It makes the perfect little mini loaves instead of a big old loaf. You just, you know, cut the batter in half. You don't fill this up to the top. Now, I'd go halfway, and you could do two of these breads. What you could do is, you know, do strawberry in one and pears, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's a good idea. I would split this in half and then put fruit in each one of those. You know, whatever. Now the chocolate part, you don't mix the chocolate chips or anything like that. I'm using these chips. I'm going to do 1/4 cup of these chips in a APPROX measuring cup and put it in the microwave for about 40 seconds, not minutes, my God. So it's gonna melt. You know, just check it after 30 minutes, stir it up, and maybe another 10-20 seconds. Make sure it's melted. But that's the last thing I'm gonna do because it'll harden up fast. So let's fold our fruits in there, right? This is what they mean by folding it in, okay? Just go drag whatever's on the bottom to the top. Turn your bowl around. It was really easy to mix by hand, so you really don't need a mixer for this. It's actually pretty simple. Could do blueberries, you know, anything. Don't let the fruit go to waste. Bananas. I don't know. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of possibilities with this. All right. Boom. Done. Let me butter my pan. I'm going to get all this ready. They don't sell this anymore. I found this at a yard sale for like $1. It's brand new. You ever go to yard sales, garage sales? Yeah. So this is unsalted butter. Okay. And I'm just gonna butter this up with a paper towel. All right. So let me do that. I'm gonna go melt my chocolate and we'll put this together and air fry it. I mean, what if this is the only thing you have to work with? And you're craving some bread. It does it all. I've done squares in the shape of a circle. So this is a bread in the shape of a round bread. Why not? Okay, so make sure you get the sides. All right, so I'll be back. I'm gonna go melt my chocolate. All right. All right, you guys. I got the chocolate melted. Let me get this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing with the air fryer. Here it is, the big bad boy, the Cadillac. They don't make it anymore, so whew, if you're lucky, you'll find it on eBay. This is Parchment sheets that I bought on Amazon. It's got little handles so you can lift the whatever it is in there. It's for cakes, really, but it works in the air fryer. There'll be a link down below. Everything I use, I get on Amazon. I put the link to it so you can go check it out. I'm putting that there just so I don't scratch my pan. It's not going to, but you know, it's just a preventive measure. All right, so you put half of this batter in there. Oh my Lord, I tell you, Pyrex, I love you, but man, are you guys heavy. It's like those Dutch ovens. Oh my God, I can barely clean those. I love to use them, but jeez. Okay, so I'm gonna spread this on the bottom. Make sure it's all covered. About 1 inch thick. It's good. Okay. Put half of this chocolate on there. About half of that. Sorry, I'm trying to film everything here. Get your butt in there. Okay, so you take a knife or whatever and just zigzag in there. Spread that chocolate around. So quiet. You guys are so quiet. Okay. So then you put the rest of this stuff on there. Sorry, I'm at a weird angle. I'm left-handed. Shout out to my my lefties out there, my little left-handers. Dang, I swear this bowl weighs about 7 pounds. Bear with me for a second. Get a spatula. You're recording, aren't you? God, that would suck. That's happened before. I need an assistant. This out. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to spread out once it's cooking. And if you don't have this air fryer, you can still do it. I'm not going to use the bottom burner. I don't think I need to. I might. If you're straight cooking in the pan, I wouldn't use the bottom burner if you have one. So then you go again with the chocolate. Try not to get a big blob. Okay, when I made this bread, the fruit, a lot of the fruit went to the bottom of the pan, which was actually nice. But if you don't want that, that's why I didn't do it this time. Coat your fruit with like a tablespoon of flour and it won't do that. But it was kind of nice to have the fruit on the bottom. Most of it. So that's up to you. Isn't that beautiful? Bring you closer. Now that I don't have all the stuff there. Oh, is that beautiful? Now at this point you could put, if you're doing strawberries, it would be pretty if you just lay like pieces of strawberry on top of that. But okay, so this air fryer is run by numbers, and it's listed down below with approximate temperatures mean of those numbers. Okay, anytime I do this with desserts, a cake, bread, squares, whatever, I use the same setting. It works for me. So I'm gonna turn the bottom on because I'm using this pan. You know, there's a little gap there from the heat, so it's gonna help a little bit. It's not gonna burn my fruit and stuff like that. So with this, I always go between 2 and 3, 2.5. So look down there what that tells you. You know, it is an oven recipe. Well, so you do it about 370. I'm trying to cook this at like 350, somewhere in there, because you're really close to that burner, okay? And you're in a compact machine here. It's not the big old oven. All right. So this is going to take about, I'd say, not 370, I'm sorry, 350. Usually breads that take about an hour. I'm going to see about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to check it like at 45 minutes. I'm going to poke a skewer in there or a cake tester and see if it comes out clean. All right. So I'm turning the bottom burner on and 2.5 on the top. And I will check it in 45 minutes. All right, guys? We'll be back. All right, you guys, we're at like almost 30 minutes, and I'm going to check. I'm going to show you a little tip here of I put foil, look at this, with these gloves, heat-resistant gloves. I put a piece of foil on it because it was getting dark really fast. You know, you're really close to that burner. So it's supposed to be like 45, 50 minutes, but it's been 30 minutes, and I'm going to check it. You gotta weigh down your foil or it'll fly up to the burner, okay? So let's, oh, I can feel it's a little soft there. So it's not too bad. We got a little ways to go. So I'm gonna let it go for another 15 minutes. Temperatures are still the same. Again, if you don't have that bottom burner, it's gonna take you, you know, probably 5 minutes more. But anyways, let me continue the baking. We'll be back. Let it sit. You can see a little video clip of just unscrewing the old springform pan and let it cool. Okay, listen to this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at. Oh. Yeah, just. Et voilà. Voila, mes amis. So I'm gonna take pictures. I'm gonna cut a slice, take a bite, and all that jazz. We'll be back. Oh boy, I don't like sweets, but this I could probably enjoy. I did taste the bite of the other stuff that I made. I was like, that sounds lovely. It was good. It was really good. I kind of like my desserts with fruits. You know what I mean? Like apple pie. I love apple pie actually. Oh boy. Let it cool so you don't have a crazy. OMG. Take a look at it. I'm actually going to take a picture of that before I take a bite out of it. Look. That's gorgeous. Look at the chunks of pear in there. Alright? Alright, let me take photos. I'll be right back. Alright, you guys. So 45 minutes, just like the oven took. Cover it with some foil so you got that beautiful color. Look at that. All right. Take a bite. Oh my gosh. Nice. That's insane. Mm-hmm. It's still warm. So good. You guys, any fruit that you think is like too mushy or too ripe, do this, okay? Follow this for any fruit you want to try with. Sorry, Mia, say hi to the people. That's one of my cats. All right, guys. That turned out amazing. Can you make a cake? Can you make a bread? Can you make a pie? Can you make all that stuff in an air fryer? All right, guys. Thanks for shopping. Bye-bye.